150 laps, 150 miles. Chandler Smith in the 38 truck on the outside lane. Riggs has dropped to the rear. Brent Cruz in the #1 truck. Green flag is in the air, and we are racing in Phoenix. It's championship night. Already fanning out 3, 4, 5 wide.
Michael, you said it was going to happen. It's happening all the way through the field. This is what I love about Phoenix, this 4 and 5 wide racing on these starts and restarts. And
caution is out. The 26, big hit. Not what you want to see lap #1. And guys, we've seen so many of these truck races recently. Lap 1 to lap 5, there's an incident.
Heavy contact. That'll be the end of the night for Dawson Sutton. That Rackley roofing truck is all out of whack.
He started mid-pack back in 22nd. See Dawson Sutton's truck here.
Oh, another truck involved.
Looks like
that was Daniel Hemrick.
Tina Hemrick, yeah.
That's a lot of damage to that truck as well.
So lap #1, we are under caution. We will step aside, re-rack them, and we'll try it again. Stay with us.
Phoenix is definitely one of a kind. The dog leg is pretty massive on restarts, probably 3, 4, 5 wide sometimes, and we'll just see if you come out the other side.
The toughest part about it is just getting the track position to begin with, so get out front when it matters and when it counts is kind of everyone's priority.
Stay up front, and that race is a lot easier to race when you can find yourself inside the top 5 all day long.
The race is actually 2 hours earlier than last year. A good chunk of our race is going to be in the daylight, so I expect a bit different race than last year.
Well, Caden Honeycutt mentioned it right there. We're going to fan out. Yes, they did. Lap #1, they fanned out so much. We're under caution for the first time. Dawson Sutton with contact from the 19. You look at the damage to those race trucks. Daniel Hemrick on pit road right now.
I think the 62 truck of Butcher was a part of that as well. It's kind of far away, so just if you look in the middle of the pack, you'll see a red truck. I think Hemrick is low. maybe slides up into the 62 right there, Regan, and then it turns him straight into the outside wall.
And unfortunately, Dawson Sutton was just a innocent bystander in that whole situation.
Emmerich got loose, but we talked about how difficult and how wild these restarts are going to be. Now,
watch this right here, Michael.
This is what we've talked.
NASCAR has been warning us. Yes.
We've talked about this a lot, and guilty right there was Caden Honeycutt. He clearly moved below Brent Cruz. Look how close they get to that inside wall prior to crossing the start-finish line. You have to stay in line until you cross the start-finish line. These drivers know this. Let's hear what he has to say.
Really? Oh, okay. I mean, I've turned down at the line, but all right. Oh, refocus here. We'll be fine. I mean, can you ask him like how early that was? Because I mean, I don't know. I really don't think I did, but.
How early is any move to the inside prior to crossing the start-finish line? And NASCAR, in their eyes, these drivers have been told time and time again. And you remember what happened a year ago here? Corey Heim had the same thing happen. Watch here.
And you can see he's really subtle, but he makes that move before the one truck makes his move. So when they got to the line, he was down there too far. And to your point, Michael, Corey Heim a year ago, these guys were all talking all week long to us about this.
Same thing happened to Caden Honeycutt last year.
Yep.
He had a penalty for that same thing, but he didn't feel like he had done it too soon. So that's something to watch all night.
If you start the move prior to crossing the start-finish line, that's what it's all about. You don't have to get there, but you can't start the move prior to.
I like Jimmy Villeneuve, though, getting him refocused. Refocus right away. That's a good thing for the crew chief to be doing.
And by the way, there's another fast truck back there somewhere, isn't there? Lane Riggs.
He's got good company back there.
They can come through the field.
Jack Wood was penalized there as well, so they will restart here in the back of the pack. Caden Honeycutt 31st. As here we go once again, Brent Cruz on the inside, Chandler Smith on the outside.
Let the wildness begin. They're going so fast I can't count up to 5 wide, but look at Matt Crafton. He's down next to the inside wall.
And it's all legal here. It's so much fun to watch. I mean, it's worth it. There is a risk there. It's a risk-reward kind of thing.
Yeah, and you've got to be aggressive on the starts and restarts, and these drivers all know that. So every spot they can make up on that restart, even if it's just one, it pays dividends. And you see right here, riding along with Corey Heim, all the way down to the bottom. We're going to see that all night long, and you hear the truck hitting as it goes across the apron.
You see in the pylon on the left side, drivers highlighted in yellow. Those are our championship 4 drivers.
Strong start for Chandler Smith in that 38 truck. And you can see Brent Cruz has dropped back. And that's Corey Heim challenging Raja for that second position. There you see Lane Riggs pulling off pit road. We wondered if he'd lose a lap, Regan. He's going to be right at it, but I think he's going to stay on the lead lap.
Did a really nice job to stay on the lead lap, and now just has to battle from this point to continue to be in that position and get caught up with perhaps a yellow or something.
And that was part of the penalty that Lane Riggs had to pay for failing inspection for multiple issues. So he paid that price. Now it's all eyes forward to see what he can make up here as the battle continues with the 11 of Corey Heim and Raja Karuth on the outside.
That's tough sledding down there, isn't it, Regan? When you're pinched down on the bottom in turns 3 and 4 particularly, you can kind of swing away from a guy down here, but your truck wants to get really loose on the bottom, so he's got to be careful here.
We've seen a number of competitors have problems, when that happens, Michael, to get sideways, but Corey Heim doing a really nice job to complete that pass in turns 1 and 2. Had plenty of room to clear himself, and this is what his other competitors for the championship do not want to see right now. Corey has gotten through the track position game that he had too quick, and now he's hunting down Chandler Smith for the lead.
So Corey Heim moves into second, Raja Karuth back to third, and Brent Cruz has lost a couple of spots since that restart.
I got to tell you, though, this Brent Cruz kid is putting his name on the map. The way he's performed the last couple of weeks, up in the top 5, leading laps, and now a strong start here, that's really impressive.
Riding along with Caden Honeycutt right there. 10 spots up after the penalty already, and you saw down the back straightaway the sun. This race starting earlier than it normally does for these Craftsman Truck Series competitors. They're going to have to worry about that here for just a little bit. You're almost blind as you go into the corner. You're going more based on feel, and it's very challenging.
How fun is it, though, when you got a better truck than people you're racing with, and you can just cut down into turn 1, go to the bottom of the racetrack, make your own groove down there, Regan.
Well, not only do you have a better truck, Michael, but you've probably got a driver that's a little bit fired up behind the wheel, and Caden Honeycutt right now, and as much as he's loving it, I know he probably doesn't want to be back there doing that.
So Caden Honeycutt up to 18th. Regan, you mentioned the race starting earlier, 2 hours earlier than last year, and it's warm today. How does that impact what these drivers are doing with shifting and the race in general, including this sun right here?
Well, you saw right here from Ty Majeski's on board. Raja Caruth a little bit sideways already right there. These trucks are going to be more difficult to handle early on. The track's got a little more heat into it. They're going to slip and slide. If your truck's loose, it's probably going to get looser. If your truck's tight, it's going to get really tight. So there's going to be another big swing also, Michael, that happens when that sun does go down all the way the track gets fully into shade. You're going to have to be on top of it to make the right adjustments with your crew chief.
And, you know, I just like this 98 truck right now. He's tracking Raja down, and look at that, pulls to the inside. He said he had a really strong truck in the long run, liked the way it felt, and he's moving forward. I know Corey Heim's the talk of the town, but I don't believe Ty Majeski is buying into all that. I think he thinks he's on equal footing with him tonight.
Ty Majeski, you know, we talked to all 4 championship drivers today, or this week leading into today's race, and Majeski, he had the most swagger, didn't he? Like, this is my place. I qualified. It doesn't matter what we've all done. This is my place. He dominated last year, led 132 laps here.
Lee Bryce.
You see, just Ty Majeski doing a nice job working the throttle there as Matt Crafton in the final race was battling alongside Tyler Ankrum. And back to the front, things are heating up. Corey Heim has now caught Chandler Smith, and Corey wants to make this pass, and he wants to get it done quick.
Corey Heim, I mean, Michael, we've talked about him in every category. The record books, you know, have been rewritten in so many categories for what Corey has done, but he has led in every single race this year, and he's the only active driver in NASCAR at any level that does not have a DNF. That's just been the season that it's been. I don't want to have the announcer jinx, but it's been a year as he looks to the outside of Chandler Smith.
Whoa.
Wow.
Chandler cut him off.
What awareness by Corey Heim. He saw that getting ready to happen. He said, I'm racing for a championship. I feel like I've got position. It's too early to make this move. He backs out of it. That could have been a championship-saving move right there because Chandler was coming up one way or another, and great awareness by Corey Heim.
Awesome awareness. The funnest thing I heard at Media Day the other day, Jamie, someone said, I know I sound like a broken record talking about all of Corey Heim's broken records. And that's what it's been like this year. How do you not talk about...
I think you said that, Michael.
How do you not talk about the most amazing season ever in the Truck Series? Look at Corey now. He wants to be on the bottom in 3 and 4, but he said, what if I went up the hill? He did that in 1 and 2, got up beside Chandler. Now he's falling back a few truck lengths. Hope there wasn't any damage to that left front. It looked like they were really close. Did they touch?
Corey Heim has Brent Cruz, his teammate, breathing down his neck in 3rd. Ty Majeski just behind him in 4th. See, Caden Honeycutt has already worked his way from the back of the pack up to 12th.
That's worth noting. That's a lot of trucks he's passed. We see how competitive it is and how tough it is to pass. That's amazing.
In my head, I'm thinking if he could have got to the top 10 by the end of this stage, that would be mission accomplished. He's there, and we still got 25 laps to go in this first stage, so going well for Caden.
And tonight, we don't have to worry about points, just race.
Let's see if I said maybe contact. Was there any?
It was so close. If there was, Michael,
right. Oh,
I think he backed out just in time when he saw what was happening there.
Corey trying to close the door on Chandler Smith right now, taking another look outside.
And I love Corey moving around on the racetrack. We see that already. He's tried the bottom. He's tried the top. Looks like he's going to maybe have a little run into 3 as not quite going to work out this time. But now he should have momentum down the front straightaway, and now he can make the move he wants.
Whoa,
side by side, Corey Heim, Chandler Smith.
Chandler chased him down there. He's not ready to give up this lead.
I'm not sure that he's going to have enough to be able to hold that off, though, and make another crossover. Just the 11 truck. I love Corey biding his time.
That was awesome.
Waiting for the right time to make the move. That was the right time. Set the move up, and he did that by moving around on the racetrack. And you got to believe Corey learned something for later on in the race right there as well.
So Corey Heim leads here for the first time tonight. He is now led in all 25 races of the season. Can he hang on to it? Chandler Smith charging behind him. It's championship night in Phoenix. Welcome back to Phoenix Raceway on this Halloween night. Look at Gru and his minions. How about the Lorax? See him? Oh, that's
Just
great.
checking his phone out over there.
Look at the baby minion. Fans
love
having
it.
such a fun night. Perfect weather. Little sneak peek at what all the championship contenders are up to. Corey Heim continues to lead here. Meanwhile, Caden Honeycutt up 22 spots.
And you know what else Corey Heim continues to do? Break records. I'm going to sound like a broken record, but he broke another record. He's the first driver to lead a lap in every race of the season. How about some of these records? Some of the things this young man has accomplished in 2025.
11 wins, the most all-time. Broke Greg Biffle's record that he set before Corey Heim was even born.
18 top 5 finishes. Got to believe that there's another one maybe in the books tonight also to get that to 19.
Most laps led in a season. And
All time.
the first driver ever to lead a lap in every race of the year. Put another page in that book, guys.
He was all business. You heard in the pre-race interviews, just focused. What are you hearing, Amanda?
Yeah, you got to go back the last 2 seasons. Arguably, Corey Heim coming into both of those championship 4 races the last 2 years. He probably was the favorite. He's definitely the favorite heading into this one. But talking to the team, Corey Heim has been a bit tight today. He did talk to me a little bit earlier in the garage about the pressure he is feeling. But Scott Zipadelli, as Scott Zipadelli does, he was on the radio ahead of this race and said, Corey, do what we've done all year. Race smart and have fun. After that move on Chandler Smith, he said, just take care of it now, bud.
Thank you, Amanda. Want to update Chandler Smith as well, guys, battling. I mean, he led the first 21 laps. He was in second. We went to break and he fell out, and we saw him on pit lane. So an issue there with the 38 truck. He's back out now.
Fighting that thing too, wasn't he, Regan?
And it sounds like had a vibration possibly on the right rear of that truck. So tough break for Chandler Smith, of course, starting second. And then, as you mentioned, Jamie, running so well early on. He's going to have to work to try and not only make up a lap, but to get back towards the front.
He had a right rear loose, is confirmed, and this is the fastest truck on the track. I know that's not Corey Heim, it's Lane Riggs. And remember, Regan, when we saw him come off pit road after the drive-through, just ahead of those leaders? He's driven away, and lap after lap, that 34 truck, the Loves machine, it's the fastest truck on the track.
Thought maybe he'd have to have a caution to get caught back up, Michael, but right now he's proven us wrong on that. And you know, once we get to the pit window here and about 12 laps, you got to expect that pit crew, who's been very good the second half of the season, can maybe gain him some more spots. He may still be a factor before this race is over.
He's already driven up past the top 21 trucks, racing his way toward the front, but this guy's equally impressive. Man, he's moving through the field too.
Up to 8th for Caden Honeycutt. Let's listen to his radio.
We just got to not wreck this son of a gun, and we got a shot. Son of a gun, hot rod, and a soft race car driver. Double domination.
I love it.
That's fun. This kid has done everything this year you could hope for him to accomplish. Being able to be in this position, it would be a really feel-good story to see him pull off this win.
And you see right there, up on the wheel, and that's what I love about every time we go to these in-truck cameras and we get to see these drivers, just the focus that it's taken right now. And Jimmy Villeneuve described exactly what I thought was happening inside that race truck earlier in terms of his race truck driver and what Caden's emotions probably were, but sometimes that's when a driver is at their absolute best.
He said a beeped off race car driver, and that's because he got the penalty on that restart or the initial start of the race for pulling out of line too soon. So he has come from the back and he's making his way forward up to 8th. Caitlin.
Another driver making his way forward is Ty Majeski, qualified 8th, now occupying that 3rd spot on the racetrack. The team told me they brought a setup exactly as they brought a year ago to this racetrack and won with. But right now, Ty Majeski saying on the radio, too much dancing in the rear, and I have nothing to lean on in the right rear. So that's what he's experiencing currently in that 98, Jamie.
Thank you, Caitlin. Yes, Ty Majeski said, we brought back a truck that is as close to identical as humanly possible to the truck that they had a year ago that was just so dominant. So he walked in with that swagger, as we talked about, and in practice he was top of the board.
Yeah, and I want to go back to something that Caitlin just told us in her report right there. Said that the back of the truck is dancing around too much. Nothing to lean on from the driver's perspective. What that means is he doesn't have anything with the right side of the truck to lean on when he's loaded up in the corners, and that he just needs a little bit more grip out of that tire to be able to probably not only finish off the corner, but not be quite as free into the corners. And if they can fix that, his comfort level will change. He'll be able to get through the middle of the corner just a little bit better. And keep an eye out. His lap times are close enough right now to Corey Heim to where if they make the right adjustment, he's going to be right there on top of him lap time for lap time.
And just remember who his crew chief is, Joe Scheer Jr. Those two, they complete each other's sentences. And with that kind of feedback from Ty Majeski telling him, you know, I'm dancing around in the rear. What can you do? How can you fit? Joe Scheer has a playbook. He knows what Ty Majeski needs, and he's going to make that adjustment. That's going to be interesting to see what he can do after that adjustment.
There's Tyler Ankrum up to 14th, so all 4 of our championship contenders in the top 15 now with just 5 laps to go in stage number 1. Stage number 2 will be 45 laps as well, and third and final stage tonight, 60 laps.
Matt Crafton has had a nice move early from 25th or 6th starting position all the way inside the top 15, so the old feller's proven he's not done yet.
And these two, as you see a little separation now, they've been connected all night long and trying to battle. And here we see the 52 of Caden Honeycutt getting another position up to the 7th position for Caden Honeycutt. So things continue to go well. Jimmy Villeneuve had his crew chief in the radio we just aired talking about we've got a rocket ship here if we can just keep it clean. He's right. This 52 truck is fast.
You know, and Jimmy Villeneuve, this is the first time for him ever being under this kind of pressure. And so far, he just seems like he's handling it like he does every other race. And that's a good combination for a driver crew chief who are in this championship for the first time.
Yeah, I think Jimmy Villeneuve, you know, he's been around the Truck Series garage for a very long time. And while he doesn't have experience as a championship crew chief or in the championship yet, he's got a lot of experiences. We see 3 wide here. It's getting a little crazy off turn 2 right now.
What about our man Stephen Parsons? He dives on the inside of Gio Ruggiero. Stefan's running in the 9th place, trying to take a spot away from Gio. This is a big opportunity for Stefan in this number 7 Spire truck. We know how much Stefan puts into the effort for this. He's in a truck that he knows he can run up front with, and he's doing a nice job.
And Stefan is so talented when he's behind the wheel. And to see him finally get the opportunity in a really good vehicle, I couldn't tell, everybody couldn't be happier for him about that as he completes the pass there and moves himself up into the 8th position.
And you know, when you're a kid like Stefan, when you get these opportunities, it'd be easy to overstep your boundaries. But you saw how respectfully, how hard he raced Gio, but he made that move cleanly, and he has to do that because he doesn't get that many chances.
See our leader, Corey Heim, in some traffic now, as Corey Heim has led 22 laps tonight.
And just able to turn right to the bottom off of turn 4 there. And you know, I like the ability to do that later in the run like he's doing right there. It allows him to stay far away from that lap traffic, still complete the pass. You see a little sideways there off of turn 2. Don't want to see that too often if you don't have to, but just appears he's very comfortable anywhere with that truck.
Now, Corey told us they're always really good. It's the final lap of stage number 1. It goes to Corey Heim. He has just won more stage.
Why don't you talk about those broken records, Jamie?
Just breaking those records,
Why don't you
Michael.
be a broken record?
He talked about mechanical grip and how good this truck would be going from day to night. It's playing right into his wheelhouse. Corey Heim is your leader. He wins stage number 1. Sunday on Fox, Justin Jefferson leads the Vikings in an NFC North showdown against Jared Goff and the Lions. Or the Jags take on the Las Vegas Raiders, or other regional action. Of course, check local listings for the game in your area. That's Sunday only on Fox. All kinds of sports happening this weekend, but we're excited. We're here in Phoenix for Championship Race Weekend, and we're kicking it off with the Craftsman Truck Series. Corey Heim won stage number 1. That is the 22nd stage win of the season.
Is that a record?
Joe, is that a record? 10-4.
Broken record.
11 wins, looking for his 12th, looking for his first championship, though. That's the one thing that Heim Time has not secured.
Well, he's done everything right during the first stage, right? He moved through the pack, kept his truck clean. Now on these restarts, he'll have clean track position if everything goes right, as you see the pit crews getting ready. And that was my big
I think
if.
Honeycutt's going to make an adjustment.
And this may be one of your only 2 chances to make an adjustment tonight. So a lot of pressure on the pit crews coming up in a moment, Jamie, to make sure they get their drivers out. Don't make a mistake. Your drivers are working hard out there. Don't make a mistake and just leave it in their hands if possible.
And also, driver, don't make a mistake. We can speed
100%.
very easily. We can slide through our pit. We've got to be precise from one end of this equation to the other.
Slick pit boxes, certainly something to watch. Pit road is open. They're coming your way. Caitlin's up first.
Thank you, Jamie. Ty Majeski saying really free in the back. It lands tight into 3. I just need more lateral grip so I can drive it. The team told me they're taking a big swing here with adjustments. Track bar for the 98. For Tyler Ankrum, another playoff driver, saying I just need more rear grip. Hurting for drive real bad here. They're also going to do track bar air pressure adjustment. Todd.
52 of Caden Honeycutt, he really likes his truck. It got a little bit tight as that run went on, but he blamed that because he had to come from the back. Jimmy Villanova's going to take a little bit of wedge out of it, but overall, he's really happy camper. Amanda?
Corey Heim into his pit box, just got the fuel tires going on. Scott Zabadilli said, let's put some slicks on here and let's see how that truck feels. Corey Heim reporting that he's free into 1 and 2, but plenty of drive on this truck. He said to mitigate risk here today, I need good pit stops.
Oh, that was so close. Corey Heim shown as the leader off pit road. His team getting it done. I love Corey Heim's pit crew. They have all the win stickers on their helmets. It looks good because this is a team sport. We'll be back with stage number 2 from Phoenix Raceway. It's Championship Night. Welcome back to the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, live from Phoenix Raceway. We just had our first round of pit stops, and Corey Heim did come out as the leader, but he had a little trouble on exit of his box.
Just ridiculously slick leaving my box. Yeah, I can see it. Yep, we're going to work on it some more. It's like so much rubber on it.
And we talked about how slick these boxes are. Let's take a look when he tried to leave his box.
Yeah, notice this initially and thought, oh man, he's not going to win the race off pit road. Fortunately, being in that first pit stall helps out a little bit. But when he goes to the gas right here, Michael, look at these tires. They're just spinning. That spark was likely a lug nut or something that he just ran over right there. But the truck's not moving. The tires are trying to, and the truck is not moving. And Phoenix is notorious for having that happen. So fortunately, he was able to maintain the lead there. But that's something that they're going to have to keep an eye on the next pit stop.
NASCAR is showing that the 71 of Raja Karuth is actually the leader.
It looked like
corrected.
Yeah, it looked like that Raja might have gotten jumped. And listen, guys, I know I talked about this earlier. I don't want to be a broken record about it, but this restart, these restarts, they'll just continue to intensify, Regan. These guys have raced long enough today to know what their trucks have, know how hard they can push them. It's just going to keep getting more and more hectic as they go down toward turn one. And remember, we've already seen 2 guys penalized from crossing over too soon. Keep an eye on that here as well.
So Raja Karuth on the inside, Corey Heim outside. Watch Brent Cruz right behind him in that one truck. Ty Majeski outside second row. Fanning out all over the place through the dog leg. Look at those sparks, those loads of fuel. That was amazing to see. Corey Heim to the lead. He gets it.
I like that outside lane for the restart, Regan, because you got so much room in 1 and 2 to operate. Get down there and make a move.
I think you can control more of your own destination, right? If you're Corey Heim from out there, if you need to. Now, it also gives the opportunity for somebody to sail it off in there as we see 3 and 4 wide again here. It is incredible what these drivers do at this racetrack, and the spotters as well, being able to talk it through their drivers.
There's 4 wide right in the middle with 2 yellow trucks. Lane Riggs and Matt Craftsman mixing it up.
See Ty Majeski there in 3rd and Honeycutt back in 6th. He had stalled on the exit, I believe, leaving his pit box, lost a couple spots.
He's made those couple spots up already and doing what he did in the first stage. Jamie is all the way back up to 6th right now, so just continues to show that he's got a very strong truck and he's not going to have to work from as far back. And perhaps we heard the report earlier from the pits there that he got tight, thought it was because of the traffic and coming through the field. Well, he's not going to have to do as much of that now. Maybe can keep it more balanced as they go.
It's Caden Honeycutt trying to pick up 5th position from Tanner Gray. You heard Honeycutt talking about this hot rod. He is happy with what this truck has to offer so far.
This is so impressive. You know, it's funny, Regan, I don't get nervous when they go down into turn 1 and 2 side by side, but I still shake when they go down to 3 and 4 side by side. It's so hard to hold that bottom lane.
Todd, what are you hearing from Honeycutt's pit?
Well, Jamie, we talked all about Caden Honeycutt and how well his team is doing, but let's put this in perspective just a little bit. The 4 trucks that he's racing for this championship are multi-truck teams with 5 and 4 and 5 in each team and have probably 100, 120 employees. This is a single truck team with 14 employees. Jimmy Villeneuve, Stuart Friesen have done a great job of rebuilding this team to get this kind of performance out of it.
They certainly have rebuilt that team last year when they brought Jimmy Villeneuve on. As you see, a great battle here with Brent Cruz, Raja Karuth dropping to the bottom through the dog leg.
What about that move by Majeski? He got around Raja, and he is putting some ground on those guys. And just ahead of him is Corey Heim. This is a big statement by Ty Majeski here.
Yeah, we'll have to see what Ty Majeski can do with lap times now that he's right there behind Corey Heim. See if he's able to maybe reel him back in just a little bit now, and that'll kind of show what maybe he's going to have later on.
And you know, Corey Heim is well aware that Ty Majeski is right behind him, about a 1.5 seconds behind him. Look at these costumes here. Halloween night. Fans having a great time as we kick off championship weekend. Heim continues to lead here. Hey, there's Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, me and you, Regan. There it is. There we are.
How about that?
Ah.
Looks like a painting. It's so beautiful. The mountains around the racetrack here at Phoenix Raceway. Look at all the campers. It's its own city for the week. So big, they even have a grocery store out there. What a great place to be.
Another spot there for Caden Honeycutt.
Yes, it is. Caden Honeycutt up to 4th. Up front. Heim put it down a little bit farther, guys. He opened up that gap just a little bit over Ty Majeski. About 3/10.
Took one more corner to complete that pass. Raja wasn't quite ready to fully give it up just yet, but
did you see Raja working that wheel down on the bottom, trying to keep it off of Caden? He wasn't giving up, though.
We know Raja Caruth in that 71 announced he is going racing in the Xfinity Series next year.
What about 3 of our 4 Champ 4 guys all the way up to 1, 2, 4? That's impressive.
We made a big deal out of them all starting 5th and worse in the race. We didn't think it would take long for them to get up there, or that maybe it would, one way or another they'd get there, and didn't know when it would be. But here we have it right now, and Tyler Ankrum still trying to work his way forward back there in 15th, just been held back just a little bit.
There's that number 18 truck for Tyler. He said that they like to do it the hard way, and well, he's certainly doing it that way tonight. They've got a long way to go and haven't shown the speed necessarily to get there. Not like the top other 3 guys in the championship 4. See him just having to work the throttle there off turn 2. Haven't heard anybody on the truck audio shifting down here in 3 and 4. I thought we'd hear more of that. You can hear just a smooth exit there in that 18 truck.
And the drivers told us, Michael, they thought as the pace fell off maybe a little bit that's what would bring that to them, the ability to possibly shift. But right now the pace is not falling off a ton from where they're starting, and evidently just not enough for them to think that that's an option. We'll have to keep an eye out for it on the restarts, as we see right here. Chandler Smith trying to make up a position. He's still a lap down, so that's actually not a battle for position right now.
Chandler Smith had to come down and pit after leading 21 laps earlier.
He's in a position to get the free pass if there's a caution. So every position matters because he wants to see how fast that truck is, but he needs a caution. Look at this mess.
Here's Lane Riggs on the go. Remember, he had to start in the back. Had to do the drive-through penalty as well. He was able to keep it on the lead lap, though, and that was key.
He got close to that inside pit wall when he cut the corner down there. No matter how many times I see it, I get nervous that somebody's going to get it wrong and clip that. And a nice job here completing this pass. He was able to utilize that shorter racetrack and use the apron of the racetrack, Michael, to come up and clear the number 7 of Stephen Parsons.
Yeah, Stephen's in that TCSBus.com truck, and I tell you what, he's been trucking all night long, and when Lane Riggs came up through there, I bet he thought, I've been passing everybody. Where's this cat been? Well, we know the challenges Lane has faced, and look at the distance. I mean, he's just that good right now.
Lane Riggs up to 8th spot. Remember, that team is still in the owner's hunt, the owner's championship. Let's get an update on Lane. Amanda.
Yeah, Jamie, after qualifying, I was walking back to the haulers with Scott Briggs, his father, and we were just talking about how calm Lane maintained himself during that moment of qualifying, of just trying to get that truck ready to get out there and get that pole position. Scott told me that he said, I'm so happy that Lane will follow what I do, but not always do what I do. He's just so proud of his son. And when he comes to that truck, Lane is free in and off, but tight through the center, guys.
Well, he's doing exactly what he needs to do right now, Amanda. Love seeing his dad, Scott Briggs, at the track every weekend supporting his son. Meanwhile, Corey Heim continues to lead. This is the most laps Heim has ever led at Phoenix. Welcome back to the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race live from Phoenix on FS1. Corey Heim continues to lead, just 9 laps to go in stage number 2. Let's check in with all 4 of our championship contenders and see what they're up to.
Well, an update. Ty Majeski is definitely faster than Corey right now. Look, boom, he shifted. Did you see that? Yep. Majeski took third, and this video is available to these teams, and so Corey Heim's not. And lately, Majeski's been faster, and I haven't seen the shifting out of Corey Heim. One time when he was in traffic, he did, but it seems like Majeski has been doing it more.
Yeah, and what we just saw right there, Ty was not in traffic at that moment when he shifted, so obviously he's utilizing that to his advantage right now, and he has been reeling Corey Heim in just a little bit, down to 0.8 of a second right now, so I wonder if maybe that's helping out just a little bit.
And that gap for the lead is certainly closing. You mentioned it, Regan, under a second.
This is getting good, guys. We knew Ty Majeski. I said in the opening, he's not giving anything to Corey Heim right now. As you see him sliding his back in off turn 2 there. He knows he can go up and win this race.
It's like a flashback to last year. Heim and Majeski were 1 and 2 for 119 laps here until Heim got that penalty.
Listen.
There's 4th gear.
There it is.
You know, and I got to wonder, as we look at the conditions right now, it's dark. The track is fully shaded right now. And thinking back to last year when Ty Majeski was at his best, was at the very end of that race. And it seems like maybe just slowly but surely, and they go lap for lap, right? Who's better, who's worse. But it seems like as this thing is getting closer to the conditions that we would expect at the end, maybe Ty is just gaining on it just a little bit.
So many good stories up in the top 10. Caden Honeycutt 4th. We know what he's been through. Lane Riggs 7th after all his issues.
Stephen Parsons in the 7 truck for Spire for the first time, running top 10 all night. Gio Ruggiero back there in 10th.
Just outside the top 10, Andres Perez.
And how important is it for so many of these truck drivers to finish their year with a top 10? If you have that top 10, it gives yourself a good taste going into the offseason. And yes, there's 4 guys racing for a championship, and that's what they want. But a nice result, if maybe it's been a good year or a bad year for you, helps you get more motivated to work out and do everything.
And you know, some guys are racing for a job. You know, they don't have things lined up for next year. You put in a top 10, go up there and race like Stephen Parsons is doing. You know, like Tanner Gray, who's had a bit of a struggle this year, up there running toward the front. This is real important, whether you're Tanner Gray and you just want some momentum from next year, or if you're a kid like Stephen and you're looking for a ride.
You guys know how long the off season is, right?
Yeah, it's 3 months and 2 weeks.
How many days until Daytona truck race?
103.
105 days.
That was going to be my guess.
Yes. Too soon? Too soon?
Too soon. Let's crown a champion first.
And I don't know if we can, you know, my favorite when we came in, we talked about him, Corey Heim, but man, right now, Majeski, Honeycutt, those guys are matching his lap time.
2 laps to go here in stage number 2. Corey Heim has led 64 laps. Chandler Smith started the race, led the first 21. Raja Karuth led 3 laps.
You know, and something that we talked about, how fast the race is going by, how fast stage 1 went by with just that 1 caution. We're seeing that again. That makes me so nervous for this final stage. They know they've got to do something. They got to make something happen. And these guys will start. Push will come to shove, I guarantee you.
Final lap of stage number 2. Already mentioned Corey Heim won stage 1. That was the 22nd time he has done that. What a night with Ty Majeski. They've been working on this truck. Here's another opportunity coming up for him to get it just even a little bit better. And there it is, Corey Heim picks up stage number 2. 8th stage sweep of 2025 for Heim time, Corey Heim. Heim, Majeski, Brent Cruz, Caden Honeycutt 4th, Raja Karuth, your top 5 after stage number 2. Can Corey Heim hang on and win his first career championship? We'll find out. 60 laps to go.
I think it'll be incredibly hard to beat the 11 straight up. It's Phoenix. Anything can happen.
Obviously, the 11 is definitely very good. They've won the most races this year. They've been extremely dominant.
Corey has certainly been the best truck all year. Obviously put together probably the best season in series history, but when you're a player, you play to the game, and the game is a winner-take-all, one race. Those 11 wins with this format don't matter anymore. That's the game we're playing.
When you're a player, you play to the game. I like what Ty Majeski just said there. Great perspective. He's done it before, won the championship here before. As we welcome you back to Phoenix Raceway. Jamie Little with Michael Waltrip, Regan Smith, and we have Amanda Busick, Caitlin Vinci, Todd Bodine on pit road. Guys, the sun has set. Things are about to heat up. Are your palms sweating?
I'm so nervous for not only all the drivers racing for a championship, but what we're about to see on pit road for everything. We are down to it now. Potentially the last time these trucks will hit pit road, last adjustment. So the crew chiefs have to get that right. The drivers, as we said earlier, Michael, they got to be perfect. And I know what it means to these teams to win a championship, and I can't wait to see what we're about to go through here.
See what Corey Heim's team was able to do for his pit box to help him get a little more traction on exit.
Just no mistakes. We talked this could be the last pit stop. You mess up here and go to the back, I don't think there's any getting to the front.
That's one way to hold the wrench for adjustment right there.
You think he's a little bit nervous right now? Here they come.
And here they come. They're coming your way, Caitlin.
Yeah, Jamie, Ty Majeski second in that stage, telling the team, I'm looser in the back and tighter in front this run. The front end went away from me in 1 and 2 at the end of that run, so they're going to go ahead and make an air pressure adjustment on that 98. For Tyler Ankrum, another playoff contender, he said, I got my butt kicked on the long run there. 0 rear tires are left, so they're going to take a big swing at it, make a track bar, and air pressure adjustment for the 18. Todd.
Caden Honeycutt, little too tight that first run, back in traffic, but now up in the clean air, the truck is a little free. He likes where the chassis is at, just wants a small air pressure adjustment. Amanda?
Corey Heim saying he wants to be tightened up, that he's free getting out of this race, but all eyes are going to be on how Corey Heim exits right here. The team did sweep this box and put down some more PJ1. You can smell it in the air. Let's take a look.
And you see Amanda still spun those tires. Did Ty Majeski do it? He did. He jumps one spot, takes the lead. Corey Heim spins his way out into second.
See Caden Honeycutt there, lost 2 spots. Trouble on the right front for that team.
We'll step aside. When we come back, it's the third and final stage. Ty Majeski, Corey Heim will lead him.
15.8.
Welcome back to Phoenix Raceway. Second round of pit stops are complete, and you saw Corey Heim lost the lead on pit road. Let's listen to his radio.
It's a joke trying to get out of that pit box, man. This is terrible. Yep, it is. It's all good.
Let's take a look now, guys, at the stop.
Yeah, and we know that Corey's been having trouble getting out of that first pit stop, but take a look at the left rear here when they go to get the tire off. Just that brief hesitation right there, that was enough also to cost him from being able to get off pit road first. That pit stop for Corey Heim was 15.38 seconds. Ty Majeski was 14.96 seconds. That is how close it is for these truck drivers to be able to get off pit road first or second.
Remember, the lead was taken from the outside by Heim earlier. And also, remember what I said, get ready for some craziness. But what will Majeski be able to do out there?
First time we've seen Corey Heim, Ty Majeski side by side. 51 laps to go. Caden Honeycutt right there in the middle of that mess. Trucks all over the place. Ty Majeski right now with the lead. Corey Heim still on the inside. Brent Cruz right there. Here comes Caden Honeycutt in fourth.
Heim's going to leave it on the bottom into 3. Dives deep into that corner, Regan. And makes it work. Wow, what a move.
Corey Heim back to the lead.
And a very important move on these fresh tires. Now Ty Majeski's got to worry about battling with Brent Cruz right behind him. He does not want to allow him to get in between the two of them. Keep this position if you can at all possible.
Cruz has come to play, buddy. I'm impressed with this young kid. See if he can do the same thing you just saw Corey Heim do. Tough sledding down there on the bottom. Slides up. That's what I'm talking about right there, Regan. You know how hard it is to do what he's trying to do there.
And Brent wasn't able to sail it off into the corner quite as far as Corey Heim was. Ty's going to be clear going into turn 1 here, so possibly get a good corner. Give yourself a little bit of breathing room, because if Brent Cruz gets by him, then you've got Caden Honeycutt all over you, and we know that Caden Honeycutt has been up on the wheel after that penalty earlier on tonight.
Corey Heim, fastest truck on the racetrack right now. Caden Honeycutt, second fastest, back in fourth. So Corey Heim, Ty Majeski. Then you have Brent Cruz, who's a teammate of Corey Heim. Caden Honeycutt, Raja Caruth, your top 5. And look who's right behind him. Lane Riggs started in the back of the pack tonight. So did Honeycutt, by the way. These two have been exceptional.
And Lane's just quietly been working his way up there, as we see right here. He's gaining on Raja Caruth right now to possibly get another position also.
Kind of in that higher line through 3 and 4. See what he decides to do down here in 1 and 2. Yeah, he does it again, Regan. He likes it up there.
Go where they're not.
That's right. I love that, Regan. Like in baseball, you hit them where they ain't. Racing, you got to go where they're not. There's the move to the bottom. You know, I talk about making mistakes, Jamie. You can't make them late. And both Lane Riggs had the problem. We saw Honeycutt have the problem, but it was on the first lap. And so they've been able to, shows you how good they are, they've been able to fight back.
What a battle these two are putting on for fifth. Lane Riggs, Raja Caruth. We don't know if we'll see Raja back in a truck. We know he's going full-time Xfinity racing next year. What a run it's been for Raja. Got the win at Nashville earlier this year, qualified for the playoffs, just got knocked out last week.
He came so close to being able to come to Phoenix and race for a championship, Jamie, and loved the class that he handled it with last week, right? Just a tough break for him. Nothing malicious with the contact at Martinsville that happened to ultimately put him out and cut the left rear tire, but good opportunity for Raja next year, Junior Motorsports, and going to be working with a lot of great people over there. I had the opportunity to work there for a very long time. It's a great company to go and learn at, so looking forward to see what he can do there.
44 laps to go here. We've had 3 cautions tonight, just one for an incident. That was on lap number 1.
There's Jake Garcia in that 13th truck. We haven't mentioned him tonight. He's up in the top 10 and looking for a spot there on Geo. I think you said earlier, Regan, he's just gotten better and better. Really, I think during practice yesterday, you talked about the progress of this team and this young man, and it's showing again tonight.
Yeah, and just you know, as you see the confidence grow in Jake, it started early on this year, and it's continued all the way to Phoenix here, and can only think for more for next year for him.
It's championship night, and we are just 43 laps away from determining our champion driver. Right now, Corey Heim continues to lead, and how about these fans? Orange cone. It has been a picture-perfect day here at Phoenix Raceway. The Estrella Mountains, 86 degrees as they run right now. The sun has set. Started in bright daylight, 4 p.m. local. How about this? You start your Saturday strong with the undefeated, top-ranked Ohio State Buckeyes as they face off against rivals Penn State at the Shoe. It all starts at 10 a.m. Eastern with Big Noon kickoff live from Columbus. Then it's Penn State, Ohio State, Big Noon Saturday. That's only on Fox. And we're under caution here for the 4th time. The 2 of Clayton Green. As it was happening,
You see just it's a little sideways enter in turn 1, or kind of just after the middle of turn 1 almost, and can't quite save it. So
whoa,
yeah,
Lane Riggs brings it to pit road.
Some takers. Lane Riggs.
More than I thought, Regan.
yeah, didn't expect Lane Riggs with the speed he's been showing to hit pit road. He was running in 5th at the time, so definitely trying something new. Amanda, what do you got?
Yeah, Regan, Lane was adamant that he wanted to come in. He feels very disconnected from this truck. He's fighting some tightness out there. Asked for an adjustment in 4 tires from the crew chief tonight of Jonathan Coates. He said, bring it in, bud.
Well, you got to know when you know, and Lane Riggs knows. He said, I can't win like this. And heck, I started in the back once, and I'll do it again.
Let's go again.
So a handful of takers on pit lane. We'll step aside while cleanup continues. We're under caution at Phoenix. Happy Halloween to all of you watching. Got costumes all over the place. Oh, the Cowardly Lion with a bow in his hair.
Is that Wendy?
Wendy on the right. Got a princess. We got the Tin Man. Dorothy. All right, so Tyler Ankrum was talking about pitting there, but he ended up staying out. Let's listen to his radio.
Stay out. If not, we come get 4. All right, it's open. Majority staying. Half and half. We can get track position if we come. Stay. I mean stay. Tyler knows what I mean.
Oh, well, it worked out one way or another. He ended up staying, so it all worked out for Tyler.
And he got that track position you were talking about up to the 8th position.
Picked up 10 spots.
So now we'll see if we can hang in there.
Yeah, and we saw this 18 truck do that last week as well at Martinsville. They fell back, had some problems early on, and it worked out for him there. Caitlin, what do you got on the 98?
Well, I was listening to Ty's feedback under that caution. He says it's too tight, no front turn, no rear lateral grip. His crew chief responded saying, "I'm sorry I didn't give you a better piece." He said, "We're not bad. It just feels like we are one step off. If I can get the lead, I believe I can keep it."
Well, they've certainly worked on that truck both stops here tonight. Corey Heim hasn't said much about his truck except for the problem with the pit box.
That's a good sign. If you're Scott Zipadelli, Corey Heim's crew chief, you don't want to hear much about
They
the
should
truck.
be done pitting,
If the
right?
pit box is the worst problems all night long, they've overcome that so far.
And Corey Heim's got the perfect guy to his inside. I know Brent Cruz is only 17 years old, but he knows what not to do right here, and that is cause problems for the leader.
It's teammates out front, Corey Heim, Brent Cruz, Ty Majeski, Caden Honeycutt. Look at Caden Honeycutt right in the middle.
Oh, something happened to Cruz. He's off the pace.
They all get around him safely. Look at Caden Honeycutt looking for the lead right here on the inside of Corey Heim.
5 wide. There
Moves
it was.
into second. Trucks all over the place. Look at Corey Heim has set sail.
Wow.
Caden had the 98 and Majeski cleared for a moment, but Majeski in a second. We've got a big crash. Caution is out again for the 5th time. Gio Ruggiero involved. Andres Perez is destroyed. Saw another truck or two involved. There's Gio.
This is major.
Wow.
Yeah, hard hits for all of these trucks right here, and
Ben
Rhodes up against the wall there. And these restarts, although we've been 4 and 5 wide all night long, they've been relatively tame up until this point, other than the original start of the race. And every time you get further into the race, great to see all these window nets down right there.
Oh, the 44 got loose, Regan. Into the turn.
Look at that impact.
Ooh, Bailey Curry with a big hit there too in the 45.
Yeah,
wow.
that's going to end his night as well. Didn't it look like to you that Andres got loose and that started it? Or can we get another look at that? Make sure I didn't speak out of turn. He just shot up the hill.
Something caused him to shoot up off the
Yeah.
bottom there. And I thought I saw paint on the A pillar, which is right in front of the window net there. And now we see why there was paint there on the Andres Perez truck.
Remember Tyler Ankrum pitting? He's back in this mess. Looked like maybe there was a bottle up. You heard Ankrum. Heard Ankrum off the
let's take a
gas.
look at
This
this
is
right
going to give us
here.
the look we need. For some reason, that 44 just went straight.
Yeah,
It looked like something happened to the right front, maybe.
Yeah, because even with the bobble, the bottleneck that happened in front of Andres Perez, he had a gap in front of him to the trucks in front of him, and it looked like his truck, when he got down almost to the bottom of the track, just turned right. And not sure what caused that, but you see Gio Ruggiero and you see Andres Perez walking to the ambulance here. Good to see all these guys out of their trucks right now.
Andres Perez won the ARCA Menards Championship last year, first full-time in trucks. What a season. Hate to see it end like that, but certainly glad they all walked away. We are under a red flag here at Phoenix. Phoenix Raceway, where we're under a red flag for an incident involving 3 trucks, hard hits. Cleanup continues. Michael, let's take a look here at what happened again.
Well, we're getting a couple of the racers have texted me and said, did he hit the inside wall? Austin Hill did this last year in the Xfinity race. You can see there's Perez as we move forward. It doesn't look like to me, Regan, he does hit the inside wall, but you know how you can't really see up ahead? Let's check, because Raja's lower.
Yeah, and you see the 9 truck of Grant Enfinger behind him. It looks like Grant's able to even go lower than what Andres Perez was. So I don't believe he hit the inside wall, but I mean, certainly what happened to the truck would lead you to think that that's possibly it. And you see it from another angle here. This is just a little bit after what would have happened. And you see just the massive impact that he goes through there.
But see, there's a scrub on the. Wow, you know, it might have happened before this area of the track.
Caden Honeycutt, happy to see that those drivers.
Maybe he wants to, what's he going on with?
Maybe the fans are talking to him. I can't tell if he's reacting.
Maybe he wants a drink.
There's fans yelling at him up there. Maybe he's talking to them. A lot of cleanup here.
Major cleanup.
And 4 trucks were involved there. Bailey Curry joined it at the end. Ben Rhodes was up ahead. Gio Ruggiero, Andres Perez got the worst of it. Let's listen to Ty Majeski's radio. He's sitting in second right now.
The 34 and the 11 are going to get to racing here. He looked pretty good off of turn 2, so likely they're going to get to racing, so anything can happen. Yeah, tires are just massive, you know. Yeah.
Interesting, talking about the importance
and
tires.
And what he's talking about is Lane Riggs restarted, I believe it was 9th, and had already worked his way up to 4th at the time of the red flag, and you know, had not only a great restart, but had a very quick truck at that moment. So I think what they're referencing right there is that Lane Riggs will be getting to Corey Heim to battle with him and to be ready when that happens, because then that'll give you the opportunity to maybe get past him.
So 31 laps to go as it sits. Corey Heim has led the most laps tonight, 91 and counting.
We're just still trying to, Jamie, see if there was contact with that inside wall. Let's hop on board with Tyler Ankrum, who's going to look back at it. There you see Perez.
Yeah, I just think there was space there. I keep going back to the 9 truck. The 9 truck looks lower at that same point in the corner, and it's tough to tell. And maybe Andres will be able to tell us, you know, definitively later on if he did or didn't catch that wall. I think there was still a little bit of space down there that didn't. That wasn't what happened.
Well, Todd, Stuart Friesen, what a story tonight as he watches his driver sitting 3rd right now and on the cusp of maybe a championship. We don't know how this will shake out. What's his thoughts?
Well, let's ask him. So, Stuart, first of all, great to see you back at the track, buddy. Been a long time since I got to see you. But I got to tell you that your race team, the guys on your team, give you so much credit for the performance of this team and what you did during the regular season in your driving to get it to this point. So the question is, how's it feel for you to watch this team and the performance that they've had in this playoff?
It's been special, and just love all these guys. It's a small group we got here, but everybody's been pulling hard all year to get our trucks better and better, and here we are racing for a shot. So Caden's just one of the best drivers I've ever seen in my life. He's done a remarkable job all playoffs. Jimmy and Dustin have done a good job, getting them tuned up, and big thanks to Alan, Chris, Helmar, and Mohawk for giving us the tools to do this, everybody at Toyota. And here we are. We had a shot here at the end, so it's getting a little wild. 34's got some tires, so that's going to be tough. But we're racing that 11 to 98, and we'll see what happens.
Well, I got to tell you, Caden, I've got to know him this year, and he's given you a lot of credit for actually making him better through this playoffs.
No, we got some same similarities during the race. He likes to fly off the handle, just as much as I do during the race when shit isn't right. So it's been pretty right. He's been pretty happy since after time trials and through the race. Just listen to him converse with Jimmy and Chris Lambert and Dustin has been pretty cool. So he's a little on the free side. I think as this run plays out, it's going to come to him. He's going to have a really good truck. So we'll see what happens.
Stuart Friesen, part of his race team, Jamie.
Well, he's done a great job with that team. He knows what it's like. He went to the championship 4 back in 2019. Meanwhile, Caden Honeycutt, what a season. Nice Motorsports, he was there for 16 races, signed a deal for next year. They had to let him go. Then he got this ride in the 02 truck with Young's Motorsports for 1 race. Then you saw Stuart. He got injured, major injury. He's out for the rest of the year. This is Caden's 8th race with this team, and you just heard what Stuart thinks of this young man. I mean, the story, they're here in the championship 4, just incredible stuff. Caitlin, let's hear from the 18 team.
Yeah, I'm with Mark Hillman, crew chief for Tyler Ankrum, who's methodically making his way towards the front. I know you've made a lot of swings on this truck. Do you feel good about where you guys are at right now?
We've helped it. We've definitely got it closer to where we need to be. We're not there yet. We're going to make one more swing right here and just swing for the fences again, try to go get up to the front, go win a championship. So,
good luck to you.
Thank you, Caitlin. Let's take a look at Tyler Ankrum's season. It was a long drought for him, but he got it done at Rockingham. We made our return to Rockingham. What a night that was. 8 top 5s, 15 top 10s, all career bests. They pulled through last week at Martinsville, took a Hail Mary, and they made it happen.
Yeah, and so good to see Tyler Ankrum get back to the winner's circle. And, he's been working hard to get to that point, and obviously that helped him get to the playoffs where he's done the right things in the playoffs, Michael. They've done a nice job, this team, and he and crew chief Mark Hillman have worked well together, and it's got some more laps left to go here. Obviously not quite where they want to be yet tonight, but as Caitlin said and as Mark said there, they've been working on this truck all night long, and he's on pit road right there. You see on the top of the screen. They're going to work on it a little bit more right now.
Well, remember, they had stayed out last time. He gained all that track position, but decided, let's take some tires now. We'll take the green with about 29 or so laps to go.
And he gained that track position. Unfortunately, when he gained that track position, it meant all of those fresh tires were right on top of him, and you saw the tire changer reach into the left front there, making an adjustment. That may have been like a packer adjustment on the shock, which helps the truck get just a little bit lower. Couldn't quite tell exactly what he did, but he had those fresh tires right behind him on that restart, Michael, and got just swallowed up immediately. So if you don't know what you don't know. You didn't know it was going to work out that way with the fresh tires when you stay out, and now you just got to kind of take your medicine and pit here.
So Corey Heim's had a night. He won first and second stages. He's led 92 laps, but this has not been his best track, and he talks about it. It's been a struggle as we take a look back at the last 2 years when he was in the championship hunt. You guys remember this one in 2023, a nudge from Carson Hocevar late into the night, late into the race. Around he goes, championship hopes dashed.
And then last year, championship race, having some troubles there with the penalty on the restart violation, having to go to the back, and he got back up to the front just too little too late, and Ty Majeski was just a very good truck that night. So right now, everything going Corey Heim's way tonight, doing the right things, and man, just trying to finally lock one up, right? 11 wins, it's going to take 12, it looks like, to win a championship, and he's in a good position to do that right now.
Well, he's talked about how he's changed his driving style on this style of track, short tracks as well.
We saw it at Richmond, Martinsville, tracks where he hasn't been that great. New Hampshire. I mean, he's good. He's good everywhere he goes, but he's really, I agree, he did something different. He figured out something in sim that made him better at those types of places, and it's paying off here.
And that's what I love about all these young guys. Okay, is there a weakness? And I'm not by any means calling that a weakness, because he was already good at those tracks, but he's gone from good to great at those tracks and places that, maybe he hadn't won at yet, and he's won on all types of tracks this year, and I love these young guys. They study, they go to work, and it's a lot different than not only when I was younger, but when you were younger, Michael. The game has changed a lot as to how these drivers study, what they look for during the week, what's important to them during the week, and how they handle their business on Monday through Thursday before they get to the racetrack.
Well, this is a big night for him. I know the big question is, where does Corey Heim go from here? We know he's not going to be full-time in the Truck Series next year. There's rumblings, you know, that he'll be back in the Truck Series occasionally. But everybody has said over at 2311 they plan on putting this young man back in a Cup car, hopefully for multiple races, much more than he did this year. Not hearing anything about Xfinity at this point. Corey says, I honestly don't know my schedule yet, so he wants to lock it up.
He really don't know, or he's a very good storyteller, because he convinced me the other day that he didn't know. I'm sure there's so many moving parts and pieces to what his future is. But, you know, Jamie, when we first met this kid at Darlington, we said, wow, these are some special things he's doing. We said this not only, and we've had the pleasure of seeing guys first here in the Truck Series a lot when they came along. Kyle Busch is the one that comes right to mind. Christopher Bell, you can name over and over. Corey Heim was that guy. And I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. Brent Cruz, he broke an axle on that restart. I'm going to put him on that list. Absolutely. He's going to win truck races, and he'll probably wind up winning on Sunday one day. 17 years old, did a great job here tonight in the last couple weeks. So pretty cool. And Gio Ruggiero, who was just collected in that wreck, is another one that's a future star of the Truck Series. So here we go. Back under green, Corey Heim, Ty Majeski on the inside, Caden Honeycutt, 3 of our championship contenders all together. You can throw a blanket over him right there. Good start by Majeski. Look at Lane Riggs in the 34 truck. And keep in mind, fresher tires on that 34 truck of Lane Riggs as he goes all the way to the bottom there. Didn't quite work out, but Majeski gets right next to Corey Heim, next in 2. Corey clears him, maintains the lead there. Let's hope we can get a few clean laps in here. Connor Bozak in that 81 making his way toward the front. Good night for him. Corey LaJoie back in 7th. How about Tyler Wright making his Truck Series debut from Las Vegas, Nevada, back there in 8th. Nice Motorsports giving him a shot tonight. Lane Riggs around the outside of Caden. Well, he told us at the start of this race, after he got the pole, the official pole earlier today, he said it as well, how fast this race truck was. I think maybe that 34 truck is the only one that has something for Corey Heim. He's just been so fast. And look at that strong move down the front straightaway. That happened off turn 4, but he was able to complete it down in turns 1 and 2. Now he's got that 11 truck right in his sights. And let's go back to what Ty Majeski was told on the red flag, right? That his team knew that 34 had those tires and that he was a quick truck. And if he can get up there and get battling with Corey Heim, that may be the opportunity for Ty Majeski to get up there and get some track position ahead of Corey Heim. He said if I get in front of him, I think I can hold him off. It doesn't look like it's going to be much of a battle. Guys, no. The battle up front, side by side. Lane Riggs, 3-time winner this year. He's been the one that can run with Corey Heim. He takes the lead for the first time tonight. Started in the back for a penalty. Then he had a pass through at the start of the race. This is amazing. Unbelievable. Lane Riggs is leading over Corey Heim at Phoenix Raceway with 23 laps to go.
It is championship night in the desert. Lane Riggs, going for the Owners' Championship, is out front, leading over Corey Heim, Ty Majeski, Caden Honeycutt, and Jake Garcia. Your top 5 here with 17 laps to go.
And these lap times, Jamie, are so intriguing. Lane Riggs drove off. Well, here comes Corey Heim. But wait, the fastest truck the last few laps has been that 98 that you see right there of Ty Majeski. He's running them down.
You saw him run that top line, Michael. He's been working his line the whole time, and almost like he's found something down here in 1 and 2. Look at how low he's going. Now you see Corey Heim go down and do the same thing. But Ty Majeski had those left sides well below the yellow line for the past couple laps.
This is intense.
Joe Shear, the crew chief for Ty Majeski, guys, he has thrown some good changes at this race truck. As we heard him, he has not been happy. Doesn't feel like he has the truck he needed, but it's certainly getting better. As the leader crosses the line, we've reached our Craftsman. 15 to go. 15 laps to determine who our 2025 Craftsman Truck Series champion will be.
You could hear Ty Majeski shifting those gears down in 3 and 4. I'm sure Corey Heim's getting the word that that's what's going on behind him.
The 4 drivers highlighted in the pylon in yellow, those are the championship 4 drivers. Whoever finishes ahead of the other ones will be your champion.
Let's watch these 2 different driving styles, and let's see what happens in 3 and 4. You can see off 2, they both look like they had steady trucks. Get to turn 3. There goes Majeski, but Heim doesn't.
And you can hear the difference in the RPMs. What you might ask, why do you do that? It gives you more RPM off of the corner to be able to try and get the power down. And it's right now it appears to be working for Ty Majeski.
It looks like that 11 truck is free. You can see he's not putting a lot of left input on that right hand, just sort of working the wheel, whereas Majeski's over the top with his hand.
You know, and something else we haven't seen since the start of the race is Corey Heim on relatively fresher tires behind another truck, right? And he hasn't been behind very many trucks unless he's been in traffic all night long. I think that's another difference right now is Lane Riggs up there. That's got to affect his truck just a little bit.
That's great camera work there. I'm glad we threw that up there because we heard the difference in the RPM and then saw what Majeski was doing there. And he's really right there. He can taste a championship. It's right in front of him.
Guys, Bailey Curry, Ben Rhodes, Gio Ruggiero, Andres Perez all checked and released from the infield care center after those big hits that led to the red flag.
Well, Andres' truck went airborne. He hit so hard. Tells you the speeds they're running here.
Lane Riggs, just incredible run here tonight. A 3-time winner on the season. And Michael Regan, you guys know this has been the one truck that had something for Corey more than any other truck this year.
Well, you're looking at the 2 best trucks at the front of this field. One of them racing for the Drivers' Championship.
How about Lane Riggs? Last week, it literally came down to the wire, and there was a tie break. Lane Riggs lost advancing tonight by a tie break because Caden Honeycutt had finished better than him in that round, and Caden got his best career finish of 2nd at Martinsville.
And so wild to sit there and see that play out in real time and to make sure and understand exactly what had taken place. Those last laps, the points had changed so many times in the last 3 or 4 laps. It was incredible how close it was.
Look at that lead.
I think Majeski has started to lose a little bit of that advantage over Heim. That last time by, Corey was just a little quicker.
And we've heard from the pits all night long that Ty Majeski just felt like he's just a little bit off with adjustment, maybe a little loose in, a little loose off, tight in the middle, and did a nice job adjusting so far on this most recent restart to change his lineup, but just might be asking a little bit too much out of it right now.
Man, the lap times just flip back and forth. A half a tenth here, a half a tenth there.
And it's amazing, Michael. All 3 of these drivers that are battling for this championship right now, they are giving it everything they've got. There's nothing left on that racetrack right now. I guarantee you their tongues are hanging out. They've been so incredibly focused for not only this whole race, but just in particular, even these last few laps that you're doing everything you can as a driver. You want just that little bit more.
And one thing you don't want, I think, if you're Corey Heim is a caution. If we can just keep this pace up to the checkered flag, I'll hate to finish second, but I'll be the champion.
There's the man behind Corey Heim. You just can't say enough about what Scott Zipadelli has done, bringing these race trucks week in and week out. They don't miss a beat, and if they're off at all, they improve the truck by the end of the race. And to win 11 times in a season, to break the records they have, Regan, it's just been an incredible run for them, and it comes to an end tonight.
11 wins, Jamie, and quite honestly could be 14 or 15 right now. When you think of other races they dominated this year and maybe had a problem late in the going, and Scott Zipadelli, you can't give him enough credit for what he's done with this 11 team, what he's done with Corey Heim, the faith that these two guys have in each other. It just absolutely incredible, and a season we will be talking about no matter what happens in these last 5 laps for a long time to come.
Scott Zipadelli, he knows what it's like to win a championship. Did it back in 2018 with Brett Moffitt. It's been a minute, but here he is, just having a dream season. I mean, to watch the smile on his face and the whole group of guys that they have. Pit road. I mean, everybody on this team is just, you have to be firing at all levels, and that's what it is. It's a team sport.
I said no caution. Looks like there's some heavy contact there.
Connor Mozak. Ooh, a lot of damage there. They're telling him to get down, and he does right there.
Then he goes back up.
Left front fender, obviously it's smoking. It looks like it's gotten a little bit better during the course of this lap, so definitely have to keep an eye on that.
3 laps to go here at Phoenix Raceway to decide the champion. Lane Riggs continues to lead out front.
Oh, he's in the wall.
And
is that going to bring out the caution?
Mozak
yes, it is.
Wall, and the caution comes out.
Oh, please tell me. Oh.
We will have NASCAR Overtime. 6th caution of the night.
I'm at a loss for words. It's just so intense. It's just, this is going to be incredible.
Well, now the next thing as a team and as a driver, crew chief, you got to start thinking about here is, what do you do with tires?
Yeah, what's
pit right here? Do you take the opportunity to come get them? Do you know, if you're Corey Heim, I think you almost got to stay out right here. But if
you're stop here, guys. Let's lock in here.
I think we're coming. I think that's what you have to do. I mean, we saw the pace fall off. He wants to have the best tires. Holy cow, what a decision this is going to be.
And we saw what the tires did for Lane Riggs, the restart prior.
9th to 3rd?
Two restarts prior. Yeah, 9th to 4th. And
a half a lap.
Yeah, so, whew.
But we saw what coming down pit road does to Corey Heim as well in that pit box. He just can't get traction. So Lane Riggs last pitted on lap 113. Corey Heim, Ty Majeski last pitted on 95. And we're told that Connor Mozak, his crew chief, and the team have been called just because they did call him down. He stayed out. He hit the outside wall, and we're under caution here. So, ooh, big decision now, Michael.
Oh, I think the decision's been made. We saw the crew guys putting a little air in those tires. You want to pump them up for these just couple of laps to the checker.
Yeah, put some extra air pressure. That gives them a little bit extra grip. They'll fire off a little bit better on the restart with that. Here's the next question I got, though. Do you do 2 or do you do 4?
Oh, good question.
Do you take a chance and go with 2? This is going to be wild right here, and so many different things that could take place, you know, within this. Do you stay out? I can't wait till we get to pit road here, because
there's 17 trucks on the lead lap. I think the majority of the leaders will pit. Who will stay out? And that's going to cause a mess on this restart.
You said 5 wide, 6 wide.
There you see the leaders heading this way. All of them.
They're all coming.
I think they got to get 4, Regan, is what I would think.
I think if you're Corey Heim, I think you got the ability to get 4. The other beauty is Corey Heim all the way down there. He's got time to see what others do and then make his decision based on that late if they have to.
See Ty Majeski bottom right. There he is right there.
2 tires for Majeski. Looks like
Tyler Ankrum, 2 tires
away. Caden Honeycutt to his pit box. The team jumps over the wall. This looks like a 2-tire stop. I don't see any. Oh, I see tires on the wall there.
2 tires for Caden Honeycutt. What is Corey Heim?
4 for Heim. And that's not a great pit stop. It looked like a little bit of trouble there getting the left on.
Ty Majeski leads him off pit road. There's Lane Riggs. Oh my goodness.
This is incredible. The game changer this caution could be. Majeski's going to start ahead of all the competitors for this championship.
We saw Ty Majeski's pit crew do a good job earlier on in the race during the stage 2 pit stops. They were able to get off pit road first, so credit to that team for doing a really nice job all night long on pit road, and we'll see where it shakes out, where everybody's going to be lining up here.
And it's overtime. It's 2 laps, and there's a championship in the balance. As you see Joe Shear Jr. just looking this situation over. I mean, Majeski was as good as anybody on that last run.
They were the ones that pulled it off last year, Michael, under the pressure.
I talked about who might stay out. It looks like maybe
Stephen Parsons
has stayed out.
Both stayed out here, so.
Well, they're going to be at least 4 wide going into turn 1. And I'm going to bet more than that. Got those trucks ahead of the green one there. The green truck is Stephen Parsons. The trucks that are ahead of him will wave around.
And so just to break this down a little bit here, you got those first 2 trucks that stayed out. You're going to have Ty Majeski, Caden Honeycutt, Tyler Ankrum. They all took 2 tires, and then the 34 Lane Riggs as well as Corey Heim. Believe that is where the 4 tires started, was with the 34 of Lane Riggs. So we know for sure that Corey Heim has 4 tires on his truck. The question's going to be, what lane do you pick? What lane gives you the best opportunity to get through the traffic and to not get bottled up as you go into one? You're going to want options to be able to try and get around, with those 4 fresh tires, to get around the 2 tires and get yourself back in position.
And how many overtimes is it going to take to settle this thing? I mean, that's one question. Corey Heim, man, he's in a bind here, and he's just been the story all year long. Strategy, though, is a part of NASCAR. And I think I mentioned earlier, when they got to Daytona, they knew they were racing for 4 spots in one race, the championship 4 here in Phoenix, and what all that meant. What will happen? There you see the NASCAR overtime rules.
2-lap shootout. If the leader takes the white flag, the next flag will end the race, whether it's caution or the checkered flag. Unlimited attempts at it. How about Stephen Parsons out front right now?
He's done a nice job. Stephen been in the top 10 all night long, and for that 7 team, why not take a chance, right? Why not stay out there and just see how things play out? So
he's got some hungry wolves behind him now.
Oh, it's going to be intense. I think I've stated that already, but I'm just nervous.
All 4 championship contenders in the top 10. How aggressive are you willing to be?
It's all out, 100% on the aggression meter. Let's see how they stack up this choose.
You see there that on the left side of your screen, Ty Majeski in the 98, Caden Honeycutt in the 52, both took the outside. Now look down in row 5. Corey Heim took the inside, so that's one difference right there. Corey Heim with those 4 fresh tires.
And he will be scraping that inside wall
as far down as he can go, and he's going to be leaning on those 4 tires as much as he can. And now all of a sudden, if you're Ty Majeski, how do you get around that front row as quick as you can before, if those 4 tires mean more than the 2 tires before they get there?
It looked like Ty Majeski put his chips on that 7 truck ahead of him, that he would get a better start than Butcher on the bottom.
Older tires up front. Majeski, Honeycutt, Ankrum with right sides. Corey Heim with 4 fresh tires on the inside. They're stacking up on the right side. Green flag is in the air. NASCAR overtime, 5 wide up front. Parsons on the outside. Here comes Ty Majeski, the 98.
Corey Heim on
Look
the
at Corey Heim. Can he clear him?
Up front, side by side. Majeski. The next flag they see will be the white one. Can Majeski hold off Corey Heim from 10th spot? They're wrecking behind him. Will we stay green? Caution is out. out. Grant Enfinger, Tyler Ankrum, one of our championship contenders involved there. The 62, Cole Butcher, who restarted on the front row. Spewing fluid. It'll take a while for cleanup for this one. Scott Zipadelli says, I need a little break.
But I mean, we can't say enough about this man, but did you see what he did on that restart? I was speechless.
Michael, you called it. You said he was going to be all the way down against the wall, and he was. And those tires, having those 4 tires just enough to be able to get that grip. At one moment, it looked like he was going to come off at turn 2 with the lead.
Yes.
After
We need to watch this again.
That was just simply amazing. And look who's third.
Watch Corey Heim put on his cape right here.
Yeah, watch the red truck there, about 5 trucks back on the bottom on this restart from the aerial, and
they stack up in his lane. Here he goes.
And look how he patiently waited across the start-finish line. And watch this.
And right here, I thought he was going to get boxed in behind the 9 of Grant Enfinger, but what are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They were 7 wide.
That was 7.
Right
7
that
wide.
Is absolutely incredible.
Oh, man.
And the accident happened just behind him. Those 4 wide drivers got together.
Talk about Majeski putting his chips on Stephen Parsons. Parsons does his job, brakes strong, and that allowed the rest of these guys with those fresh tires to fight for it.
And right
here it's 7 wide. And look at Majeski squirting through on the top side. His move was equally as impressive.
Both drivers, and this is this is for a championship. Just everything you got right now, and that's what all 3 of those drivers that are in the first 3 spots did.
Now here's what happened behind him.
Enfinger squeezes in there, and it looked like Butcher just came down a little bit, not knowing that Enfinger had committed.
And tough spot there. The spotters, you're coming straight at the spotters right there where they stand down in turns 3 and 4 at Phoenix. And you got to remember also that Cole Butcher on old tires, just doing whatever he can to try and hold them off there. And I know that doesn't make Tyler Ankrum feel any better, but just everybody coming together here. It's 4 wide into turn 3 at Phoenix.
Tanner Gray in the 15 was having a great night as well, caught up right here.
What a save by Stephen Parsons in the 7.
Yeah,
see that green truck make a big save.
Matt Crafton.
Huge impacts.
Yeah, it looked like that Butcher just tried to squeeze in there, the rookie making a bit of a mistake. But like you said, Regan, 4 wide into turn 3. How are you going to get out of that?
This is
go on board with Corey Heim.
Let's just listen.
We see he waits right there just like he needs to.
Shifted gears.
Shifts, yep.
And it was almost enough to clear Majeski, but not quite. What is going to happen now, Regan? These 2 trucks on the front row racing for a championship.
And you see.
So we're under red for the 2nd time tonight. Let's listen to the crew chiefs. How's Scott Zipadelli holding up, Amanda?
Well, I'm not really sure if he's breathing right now, but Scott, I know we just took a look at that replay, and I'm not going to lie to you. We were scratching our heads on that 4-tire choice, and your driver just got it done in the first turn. What now?
I don't know why you wouldn't put 4 on in a situation like that. But yeah, hopefully it just goes green. We get a good start and finish this thing off and get the Safe Light Toyota Pro in victory lane and lock this championship up. But so far it's been a fun race and really proud of everybody, and we'll see what happens.
What'd you say to Corey on that move?
Nothing. He knew what to do. We've rehearsed this a few times.
Cool, calm, and collected, guys. It's impressive.
Yep, they've seen it all together.
And I love the confidence there too. Just go for it. I love it.
So as the driver sits still, we're going to try NASCAR Overtime for the 2nd time tonight. Cleanup continues. Stay with us. I promise. You don't want to miss it.
Zip can freeze it.
It's a good sign. The red flag has been lifted. Caution is back out. You all right over there, Michael?
No, I'm not, but thank you for asking. We've been reviewing tape during the break, seeing who's doing what.
7 wide.
You know, I talked about 5 wide, and y'all looked at me like I was nutty. Or else y'all do that anyway. They were 7 wide. As you see them coming to the restart. You can see the bottom line gets a little bit bunched up.
Everybody stays in line, across the line there.
That was clean.
It was crazy here already.
Watch this. Right there. Get your cameras out.
You won't see that very often. I mean, I don't think you see that at Daytona or Talladega.
I know. I don't think I've seen it at Phoenix before. Not 7, anyways. Did we set a new record there tonight?
Another record's been broken in the Truck Series. As you see the green truck.
Hey, I want to give an attaboy to Phoenix Raceway and what they have done for championship weekend since 2020. I mean, every race during these championship weekends has been incredible. The crowds, the campers that they get here. NASCAR announced they will be moving around the championship race. Next year will be in Homestead, Florida. I think a lot of people like the idea of moving it around, Regan, but this has been such a great place.
Yeah, I mean, just the atmosphere, and we've shown a bunch of the shots all weekend, or all day long, especially of the campers and what's taken place at Phoenix. And kudos to them for doing such a fantastic job, and we look forward to going to Homestead to finish the season off next year, but it's been a lot of fun at Phoenix too.
You know what? Also, the Phoenix has set a standard. You better bring your A game when you host this championship weekend, and that's what this city has done. And this racetrack particularly, it's just been a really fun to feel the energy. I talked about the vibe in the opening and how fun it is to be at Phoenix for this NASCAR championship weekend. Now we got to see if we can get a restart done and then finish it in the second NASCAR overtime.
And some big decisions coming up here when we get this one to go and the choose happens. If you're, Ty Majeski, you've got the lead. Which lane do you take? You know how good Corey Heim was on that previous restart on the bottom. What's your best way to try and hold him off? And Caden Honeycutt, who do you go with? What gives you the best opportunity if they slip up to get by without having any issues?
And remember the tire advantage on the 11 truck. As Zippy said, I don't know why you wouldn't have got 4. Well, now we can see that, Zip. But who goes where? I think Majeski goes high. There goes Heim down low. And here comes Honeycutt with him. And I think that means that Honeycutt is betting on Heim because of those fresher tires.
And we saw Corey Heim drive it so far into the corner previously and be able to almost have a run to the lead. You'd have to expect that he's just going to sail this truck off in there as far as he can, try to clear him and come up the racetrack and get the lead that way. So, man, this is going to be fun here in just a minute.
It is. This is amazing. This is everything you could ask for a championship to be wrapped up. A lot of people have complained about the format. I haven't had a problem with it. Everybody knew what the rules were. The best will come to the top at the end. Let's just see if Corey Heim can break another record.
Guys, look at Matt Crafton. Final race with ThorSport Racing after 26 years. He's in the top 10, running 7th right now. And oh, Caden Honeycutt's team.
We feel you.
Yeah,
we all feel that same way. Oh, boy.
That's what we look like in here in the booth watching this thing.
All right, guys, here we go. NASCAR Overtime, number 2. Ty Majeski, Corey Heim up front. 2 laps to decide the championship. Caden Honeycutt is right there. Nose to nose.
Majeski sends it in there. Heim up the track. He gets the lead.
Corey Heim, Ty Majeski, Caden Honeycutt. Next flag will be the white flag. There it is. The next flag will end this race. What a storybook season it has been for Corey Heim. The best we've ever seen. An 11-time winner. They'll be moving on from the Truck Series full-time. This young man from Georgia. It has been magical. And here he comes one last time. Corey Heim wins the race. Corey Heim is a champion.
Wow.
There it is.
Such an impressive year.
You got it, man. That's awesome.
Love the emotion,
Love
man.
That just tells you what is wrong with us, Regan. That's exactly. we just get it, man. This was a great evening.
And this team is so tight. Corey Heim, Scott Zipadelli, Tony Hirschman, the spotter, Cale Uphoff, Ryan Zunk, Brett Sincelli, Adam Lewis, Corey White. That is his pit crew that has gotten it done for him. 12 wins on the season out of 25 races. The best truck won. The best driver won.
Nearly half of the races. I mean, it's just so tough to comprehend what these guys put together, and perhaps one of the best moves he made all year. And at the very end.
And the NASCAR fans won. I mean, what a night. We talk about the magic place that Phoenix is, and just all the way to the checkered flag, all the different scenarios that played out, and then this man doing what he does.
4 tires, restarted 10th, to the front he goes. Had to wait again for a next NASCAR overtime. The fans, the media, liking what they're seeing.
How about that?
Scott Zipadelli with just a great call. He put the 4 tires on and had confidence that's what it was going to take to win.
Scott Zipadelli loves this young man like it's his own son. Such a dynamic relationship.
Well, number 11 Toyota won the championship tonight. What do you think about Sunday? Maybe there's another one could do it then.
Could be. What a story.
What a great weekend. So happy that we had such a wonderful race tonight here on FS1.
Corey's girlfriend, his dad. So much family. Yes. Oh, my goodness.
Strong like bull.
It is Heim time for the 12th time this year. Hugs all around. His girlfriend, a fellow racer, Taylor Reimer.
She's going to race tomorrow, isn't she?
ARC Menard Series starting third.
That's impressive.
2 racers in that relationship.
You see these hugs to his entire team right here. These guys have worked so hard all year long for this moment. This is the best hug that they could possibly get.
And the agony of defeat. Ty Majeski did everything he possibly could. He came up 1 spot short.
Well, he should be proud of the battle. He talked to us at Media Day about he's not afraid of Corey Heim. He took him all the way to the last lap, and that's amazing.
There's David Gilliland, co-owner of this race team. 5 years ago, Corey Heim was racing for whatever team would allow him a ride in ARCA. Toyota saw his ability, gave him a shot, put him in the ARCA Menard Series, moved him up to the Truck Series. He's been here 3 full-time seasons. And what a year it was. Amanda Busick is with the champion.
Corey, I'll start off by giving you a champion hat that will signify the championship that you have been fighting so hard for in this season, and you deliver it on your 12th win of an incredible season that will go down as one of the best in the Craftsman Truck Series history. As you take in this moment, look around at these guys. What will this year represent for you, Corey?
I just am so grateful to be where I'm at. Just so thankful for Tricon Garage, Toyota for taking a chance on me years ago, and Safelight, Mobile One, Yahoo, Celsius for every bit of their support. I was so stressed out ever since we won the Roval because I knew we had to defend this insane year we've been having, and I've been like so terrible to just talk to as a person, but so stressed out. But this just is such a relief, to say the least. I mean, just so thankful for everybody. I mean, there's so many names I could go through. Trevor and Blake for all my prep work, 2311 for everything they do for me on the development side. There's such a long list, like I said, of names, but just so thankful for everyone involved.
It was a restart that we're going to talk about the entire offseason that brought 7 trucks wide here at Phoenix, and then the caution. Walk us through your thoughts on the final part of this race.
Yeah, I don't care if I was on 100-lap tires. No one was going to beat me tonight. It wasn't going to happen. We struggled all weekend, really, in practice. We had some issues in qualifying. We missed it a little bit, but you can always trust Scott up on the box to do everything he can to put me in the position to win the race, and that's what he did. So just drove it in deep until I couldn't anymore, and just drove away with it. So just insane. I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful for everyone involved. Just a laundry list of people that put me in the spot and allowed me to execute. So just so grateful to be here.
One more. What time is it?
It's on time tonight for sure.
There is your 2025 Craftsman Truck Series champion.
Ty Majeski, I know second place is not what you wanted, for sure, disappointment, but you and your team battled all season long. You battled hard through the playoffs, and you gave them a great battle tonight.
Yeah, really just proud of the whole season that this group put together. We had a pretty rough stretch in the April, May, June months, and we had a pretty strong meeting with ourselves, looked in the mirror and said, hey, we're champions, we can turn this thing around, and we did. We're on a streak of 12 races in a row in the top 10, 9 of them top 5s, and thought we were poised to do something very special tonight, and honestly just a little bit short. Yeah, very close tonight at portions of the run to the 11. I thought at times we were actually better than him, but overall he was just too strong, and I couldn't get a good enough restart to take advantage of when in the run my truck was better. So thank you to SodaSense, Curb Records, everybody at ThorSport Racing, Duke Ronda Thorson, Joe Shear, my crew chief. Wish we could have, I wish we could have been two-time tonight, but yeah, just really proud of the effort and thankful for this opportunity.
Time of destiny, just a little short tonight, Jamie.
And great perspective from the 2024 champion. We've got to go back and take a look at this restart when Corey Heim started on the inside in 10th.
This is just the move of the year, and it took the 11-time winner taking these guys 7 wide in turn 1 at Phoenix.
7 wide.
And I love what Corey said in his interview. I could have been on 100-lap tires, and I was going to win this race
still
somehow,
going in
or
that.
win this championship.
And that set up the final restart, and it was all about Corey Heim. We'll be back to Phoenix Raceway for the trophy presentation.
Six, 7, 8.
Welcome back. There is the newly crowned champion, Corey Heim, taking it all in, making his way to the championship stage. We'll get there momentarily. Let's hear from Caden Honeycutt. He's with Amanda.
Well, Caden, we came into this playoff situation. You were kind of named one of the dark horses, and now you'll finish 3rd in the 2025 championship. You said that the 11, he was just the one to beat tonight. How will you reflect on this experience for yourself?
Yeah, I don't think it could be anything but good, honestly. I just thank you to Stuart, everyone at HFR. Toyota, Halmar, Mohawk Northeast, and everyone that gave me the chance to be here tonight. Honestly, we had a good truck. You know, the initial start is what it is. Ultimately, it didn't change how we finished in our speed. We were able to get back up through there and fight those two at the end. Just the last restart, the only thing I had a chance at is if him and Corey got together, and maybe we could have been 3 on the bottom in the 3, but ultimately just didn't happen. Just didn't have the balance we needed there to fight for it. But you know, like I said, this run was for Stewart, this whole team. Definitely nothing to hang my head about it for sure. My goal when I signed up this year was to at least be here, and we did that. And any shape or fashion, for sure, it definitely was a crazy journey to be here. But thanks to everyone that supported me and been in my corner. And we're looking forward to next year, and hopefully have Stewart back in the seat where he belongs at with this team.
And that next season, we'll see a full season ride with Tricon. Now that you've raced in a playoff, will you approach the season different?
I don't know. We'll have to see. I've heard some different things about things changing next year. But either way, like, you know, whatever the rules are, I signed up to be here, and this is what I want to do the rest of my life. So if they keep the format the way it is, I'll be here. If not, then I'll still be here. And, yeah, just like I said, just thanks to everyone that's let me do this, and looking forward to what's to come for sure with this manufacturer. I'm excited.
Thank you, Kate. And Jamie, I think you said we get to see this guy in 105 days?
Yes, an announcement coming about his future next week, we're told. But what do you guys think? Do you think this will be, is he a favorite perhaps next year for the championship?
100%. Now, you know, we got to figure out and understand where he's going to be going. But Caden Honeycutt, to be in the amount of trucks he's been in this year and to be successful and have speed and, you know, in multiple situations, that's somebody we will be talking about definitely next year.
How fun is this? Taylor Reimer in the truck. He's FaceTiming with somebody. What a moment. Well, let's hear from our 4th and final championship driver, Tyler Ankrum. Todd.
Yeah, Tyler, I know this is not the way that you wanted to end this year with a bent-up race truck, 4th in the points, but you got your win at Rockingham. You got a lot of bright spots to look back at.
Yeah, no, I mean, even tonight, we worked really, really hard tonight. We worked really hard on the truck, and it finally got it right there in the 3rd stage where we picked up a lot of spots very quickly, and I felt like we had a very competitive truck at that point. Sucked it took that long to get there, but yeah, no, I mean, everybody's here's first time in the Final 4, win at Rockingham, bunch of top 5s and top 10s, not much to complain about overall in the whole year. Wish we would have just shown better in the Final 4, but we'll be back here next year.
Tyler Ankrum, looking forward to next year. Jamie.
Thank you, Todd. Job well done by that team. I know it didn't turn out the way they wanted, but to see him in the championship 4 for the first time in his career, not a bad night. Riding on board with Corey Heim in his truck, he's got his flag. He has his girlfriend, Taylor Reimer. They're taking a victory lap around the track, waving to the fans. What a moment. We'll celebrate more with Corey Heim at the stage for the championship presentation coming up next. what you saw tonight. There's plenty more to come. An action-packed day at Phoenix kicks off tomorrow at 3:30 Eastern with qualifying for the Xfinity Series and the championship race for the Xfinity Series following that at 7:30 Eastern on the CW. And then, of course, on Sunday, the Cup Series race will crown their champion. Their race gets started at 3 Eastern on NBC. Such a great weekend.
I'm going to need till 7:30 tomorrow night to calm down from what we just saw tonight.
I'm not sure that's going to do it for me, Regan. It's just such a great evening of racing, crowning our champion.
What a feeling of relief for Corey Heim. He's wanted this moment so bad, and it slipped through his fingers the last 2 years. But tonight, he got the job done. He is on the championship stage. Let's send it now to Caitlin Vincey for the trophy presentation.
Thank you, Jamie. Yes, it is time now to crown the 2025 Craftsman Truck Series champion of Corey Heim. And for that, we have the Executive Vice President, Chief Venue and Racing Innovation Officer, Ben Kennedy, along with Carlos Cortez, the Director of Marketing for Black & Decker. Great to have you guys here. So, Ben, you can do the honors.
Corey, what an incredible season you and your team have had. You guys dominated this entire season. You broke many records for the Craftsman Truck Series, and we know you're going to make us proud as our champion this year. So on behalf of NASCAR, our millions of incredible fans around this world, it is my honor to present to you the 2025 NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series Championship Trophy. Congratulations.
Now that you've had a chance to see family, friends, and this team, tell me how special is this entire group that helped make this happen?
Yeah, it's just hasn't really sunk in yet, but I'm just so incredibly grateful for these guys. Without them, I would be not even in this position, not even close to this position. So I'm just so grateful for these guys. Insanely fast trucks this year, and the pit call strategy at the end by Scott, give us 4 tires, put me in position to win the race. Just, I mean, picture perfect. We were able to dominate once again tonight, and I just drove the heck out of it those last couple restarts. So just a surreal feeling, hasn't sunk in yet, but just these guys, every single one of the people up here on the stage with me, as well as a laundry list, length list of people on top of that, just incredible year in general, and just grateful for everybody.
You mentioned your crew chief, Scott Zipadelli. You guys have been together for a number of years. What has he done for your career, and what impact has he had on this team and all the efforts they've made?
Yeah, he's the man. I mean, once again, just tonight shows that, the pressure's on, and he does everything absolutely perfect tonight. We got better and better as the night went. He did the perfect pit call strategy at the end to put us in position. He's the true captain of this team, and there's a reason why these guys have been with him for as long as they have been. So just an incredible human being, and really just from head to tail on this Drycon team, just everyone just done an awesome job.
Congratulations. Enjoy this one. Corey Heim, an absolutely incredible campaign in 2025. He is the champion. Jamie?
Well done, Caitlin, and what a night, what a season. And we just want to thank you fans for being with us on this journey. 8.5 months in the making. Yes, NASCAR has the longest calendar in all of sports, and it's been such a fun ride. What's your takeaway from the season, from tonight? Michael, I'll start with you.
Just the dominance of Heim, and then the question, could he get it done tonight? And then my favorite moment of tonight was when he lined up 10th on the last restart. We interviewed his crew chief, Scott Zipadelli, just before that. He said, I don't know why you wouldn't get 4 tires. That's how confident he was, despite the fact that Corey was back on the 5th row. And then the big move to the inside. This race was incredible. And I'll tell you this, Regan, Jamie, before we started this race tonight, I was already so pumped up. I knew it was going to be a special night, a fun night for racing, and we got everything I hoped for out of this event tonight. What do you think, Regan?
I couldn't agree more. And to have Corey Heim as the champion, 12 wins on the year, just such a, we're going to talk about this season for a very long time to come, and to see the relationship between Corey as well as what was going on with his crew chief, Scott Zipadelli, the confidence that they have. They had it before the race started. They've had it all year long, and it played out in this race perfectly. They take the 4 tires, and What a deserving champion, and just what a great year.
I love it. The goggles, they've got the cigars. We look forward. I know one thing I'm looking forward to is seeing that young man right there race on Sundays full time. We don't know when that's going to happen yet, but he is going to be a threat for years to come.
That team is just living it up right now. You see they got their goggles on. I guess that would mean there's champagne coming soon, right? Or a lot of it too.
Probably a lot of it, and for the rest of the night, if I had to guess.
So congratulations, of course, to Tricon Garage picking up the win. The owners win. Manufacturer Toyota wins their 14th manufacturer title since 2004. Gio Ruggiero, Rookie of the Year. Well done for him. It has been a year. All the winners through the season, 11 different winners. And we want to thank you for watching. For our producer, Pam Miller. For our director, Richie Basili. Michael Waltrip. Regan Smith. Amanda Busick. Caitlin Vinci. Todd Bodine. I'm Jamie Little. Thanks so much for coming along on the ride right here on FS1. We'll see you back in 3 months from Daytona. So long from Phoenix.
Game face on, I don't fake that. I intimidate. Like a dinner plate. I'm what makes a winner great. I invigorate. You buckle down and disintegrate. You feel me? Coming through with that weak sauce. You weak boss. Don't wanna take a week off. I stand tall and confident. You ain't hot as me. You don't stand at all. You a mockery. I am on the rise. I was told only the strong survive.